All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Frequently Asked Questions. Again, my name is Maxwell Akinsenwa. I am the CEO of Titan Evolution Group. Um, as a matter of fact, this topic here is it's actually not a frequently asked question, but I think it should be, right? Because a lot of people don't truly understand the benefit of having a life insurance plan, specifically the newer type of life insurance policy that we have nowadays, right? Um, One of the benefit with these new life insurance plans is what's called living benefits. Living benefits, right? So, for example, most of the plan that I carry or I offer to my clients are more or so permanent policies. Now, permanent policies are plans that, for example, keyword permanent. Okay, it will last you your lifetime. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of term plan. If my client, wants it due to affordability, great. I'm gonna offer it to them, right? But I will also educate them the difference between the term plan and a permanent plan, right? But both plans have living benefits, okay? And what is living benefits? Living benefit covers things like terminal illness, chronic illness, and critical illness, okay? Now, terminal illness pretty much means your physician or doctor tells you you have about 12 months to live, okay? And chronic illness pretty much that one is what is most chronic situation, you're actually able to access your life insurance policy death benefit, to get some funds from it, typically on a monthly basis, okay? And then critical illness covers things such as cancer, heart attack, stroke, dementia, Lou Gehrig's disease, things like that is what critical illness cover. Now, why is this important, right? I was doing a little bit of research, okay, and a lot of you guys may not know this, right? But did you know a typical cancer patient, okay, it costs them about $40,000 plus a year on the average between treatments and meds. $40,000 plus a year. Okay, most average Americans do not have that kind of money in the savings to be able to pay for this type of treatment and costs. Okay, on top of that, outside of the pay, because most people don't have that savings, right? Most cancer patients typically would take off about 12 weeks from work, you know, healing themselves, going to their appointments, you know, time off because they're not feeling well, things like that. Now, if you're taking on the average 12 weeks off of work, well, that's also loss of income at the same time, right? But mortgages are still due, car notes are still due, the kids are there, groceries, electricity bill, and things like that, right? So, one of the benefit of having a insurance plan, life insurance plan, is most of these plans have what's called living benefits. So, for example, if a person is diagnosed with, let's say, cancer, for example, which falls under critical illness, okay, they can actually trigger that part of their plan. And most companies typically will give you an average of 50 to, let's say, 65 to 70% access to your death benefit, your insurance amount, okay, while you're still living. That's why it's called living benefits. And that can help a lot of people out. Because again, if you're stricken with cancer at the wrong time meaning you literally have no money, you have no savings, but you have this life insurance plan that I can get money from to not only pay for my treatment, but also pay for my meds, and I can continue to make my monthly mortgage payment, car notes, and things like that, and I don't fall behind. And I'm not stressed out because not only am I ill, but I'm also falling behind on bills. Now, any doctor or physician will tell you if you take stroke, heart attack, or cancer, for example, the reason why most people, if they recover from it, that it comes back is because once you've gone through the treatment, now you've gotten better, but now you're faced with back bills, potentially foreclosure on your mortgage and things like that. So now your stress level was up. And stress is what mostly caused some of these things anyway, outside of diet and just, just genetics and stuff like that. Stress is up there as to the reason why most people get a heart attack, most people get stroke, diabetes, things like that. So if you can eliminate your stress level by having a plan that, hey, God forbid this things happen to me, I can tap into this to not only help me take care of my medical expenses, but also my everyday expenses. And now all I'm focused on is just me getting better. I'm at peace because the bills are getting paid, and all I have to worry about is just me getting better. So that's another benefit of having life insurance. Again, listen, if you guys are interested in more information about this, please inbox me, okay? Email me at evolve@titanevolutiongroup.com. And let's sit down and talk about it. I mean, I believe everybody that live in America should have a plan such as this, because we all know somebody who have either had a heart attack, stroke, maybe even going through dementia, maybe have had cancer, and we've seen how financially devastating it was for that family. So to me, I believe it's a great plan for everybody to have. And surprisingly, it don't cost that much. So can you imagine having a plan that, one, it covers you in the event that you pass away, your family will be financially okay. Two, it covers you if you fall sick, you can pull money from it to take care of yourself. And last but not least, if none of those things happen to you and you live a great life and now you're into retirement, you actually have income you can pull from this same plan to supplement your retirement. Man, this is like the best thing since sliced bread. And on top of that, again, it's not that as a matter of fact, it's sometimes cheaper than your cell phone bill. This one plan can cover all these things. So again, hopefully you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. Again, inbox me if you want to schedule a consultation and find out what this whole thing is about and how it can benefit you. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.